Welcome to the late enrollment edition of Medicare in Minutes, a micro-learning series designed to help you understand the ins and outs of Medicare. With all the different enrollment periods Medicare has to offer, beneficiaries often experience challenges determining the best time to enroll, and they aren't off the mark. Those who wait too long might get stuck paying a late enrollment penalty for the rest of their life. Let's take a look at the processes behind these penalties for Parts A and B. Both Parts A and B are first available for beneficiaries to enroll in during their initial enrollment period, which stretches the 7 months surrounding their 65th birthday. Check out our video on initial enrollment periods for more specific information, but this is often the target frame for beneficiaries to enroll. For many, enrolling outside of this time period could result in late enrollment penalties, which are added onto the premiums beneficiaries are responsible to pay once coverage begins. Each part gets their penalties calculated separately with different formulas depending on the part. While a late enrollment penalty exists with Part A, it is not often that it applies in practice. This is because many of us qualify for premium-free Part A coverage due to paying Medicare taxes for about 10 years or more. Having a spouse meet this threshold also satisfies this requirement. For everyone else, a Part A late enrollment penalty of an extra 10% is added onto the beneficiary's premium. This amount is applied for twice the number of years the beneficiary went without Part A coverage, then is removed. The figure is recalculated each year, so the penalty increases if premiums rise. Part B penalties are similar, with one key difference. Each year beneficiaries could have enrolled in Part B but chose not to. Another 10% is added onto their base premium for every 12-month period beneficiaries went without it. Unlike Part A penalties, Part B penalties are applied for the entire time beneficiaries are enrolled in Part B. So while Part A penalties can fall off if the beneficiary is enrolled for long enough, a Part B penalty stays, probably for the rest of the beneficiary's life. Keep in mind that veterans or those with TRICARE can also sign up for one or both parts of Medicare if they would like to have additional coverage outside the VA healthcare system. However, VA coverage does not excuse late enrollment penalties, nor does it cover the same options as Medicare. However, some exceptions to this rule exist. There are a few instances where beneficiaries might not have to pay any penalties, even if they are enrolled after their initial enrollment period. If beneficiaries or their spouses elect to maintain employer health coverage instead of taking Medicare, late enrollment penalties are not applied so long as that health coverage is maintained. This does not apply to employers with less than 20 employees. Those 20 employees must still sign up for Medicare to avoid penalties. Remember as well, COBRA is not considered active coverage. Because of this, COBRA will not protect those covered by it from late penalties. Check out our video on COBRA for more information. Once beneficiaries no longer have active employer coverage and are ready to apply for Medicare, they should apply as normal immediately following their discontinuation of their employer-sponsored coverage to avoid late enrollment penalties. The only exception to this rule, once again, lies with those who work for a company with fewer than 20 employees. This subgroup must still enroll in Part B as soon as they are eligible to avoid penalties. Another way to avoid these penalties is enrollment in a Medicare cost savings program, such as QMB, SLMB, or QI. All three of these programs pay Part B premiums for the beneficiaries. Therefore, a late enrollment penalty is not applied. For more information on these and other Medicare assistance programs, check out our cost savings program video or our Part D extra help program video. Let's look at an example case. Janice is turning 68 years old this month and looking to retire from the small dry cleaning business she had been employed at for many years. Janice had been covered by her employer, but now that she is leaving the company, she would like to apply for Medicare. Because Janice worked for a business that employed less than 20 people and she is over 65, she will be subject to late enrollment penalties even though she had health coverage past 65. When she applies, she is not given a penalty for Part A because she had worked for long enough to qualify for premium-free Part A. However, she is given a penalty for Part B. To determine that penalty, Social Security multiplies her premium by 30% because she went without Medicare for 36 months, then adds that to her base premium. She will owe this amount each month for her Medicare coverage for 1 year. This amount will be refigured each year as her premium changes. She will be responsible for the penalty until she no longer is enrolled in Part B. It might not always be the case, but signing up for Medicare after turning 65 can wind up costing beneficiaries more money than they expect. It is important to choose carefully when making Medicare decisions, and keeping track of enrollment periods is a great step towards saving the most amount of money possible while maintaining health coverage. While shopping for Medicare can be a nerve-wracking experience, you can take steps to prevent some stress associated with affordability when working with a knowledgeable agent. Questions regarding this and all other Medicare topics can be directed to your agent. Thank you for watching.